Hi guys, I'm sitting here having my tea. It's December 2nd, Tuesday, 2025. And this continues here. The harassment continues. I was going to start posting things about Christmas, but I took them down because the harassment continues. I want to show you the nice sunset. Oh, sorry, I'm not awake yet. I haven't had any sleep. It's snowing here, our first big snowstorm. I guess we're going to go get 7 inches up here in upstate New York. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be another Christmas like it was when I was homeless, sitting in a dirty parking lot, having the police department accuse me of prostitution, being mentally ill, being incompetent, and not having a career, not being a professional. And so this continues after the police chief sexually assaulted me, and he knows who he is, but he continues. These are the people who will tell you they don't understand how groups work, and yet they're in a group themselves. They're in a cult themselves. It's called the Blue Line, because here I am in Albany now, and the response is the same. Supposedly, they did a thorough investigation here, and I have all these tenants, plus the super, telling me that I'm mentally ill. So this is what they do. And of course, the police have given their approval, because there's no way that people could get away with this without police involvement. And when you have a police chief involved, and then you have the Schenectady police, I was told at the Y, the CEO come out and told me that the Schenectady police will laugh in my face after I reported the incidents there. And I have a video. I think you've seen it if you glance over at my videos at all. There's one of them accosting me in the hallway. They have footage everywhere of people constantly going in and out of the bathroom. There's excrement all over the bathrooms, but they can't seem to come up with the people that are doing it. Now, it seems to me if there's excrement being smeared all over the bathroom, that's a major health concern. That needs to be addressed, just like the HIPAA violations when, as soon as I walked in the door, people were calling me psychotic. Okay, so this is the response in upstate New York, because I have been out to Syracuse. They forced me out to a psych ward to tell me I was delusional after I reported domestic violence and a sexual assault by Mr. Spencer after lured to his party, which turned out to be a cop party, unbeknownst to me, because I knew his parents. I went up there. I thought, well, he's a young man. He bragged about getting married. Maybe he had too much alcohol. I went up and I said, look, this is a divorce, and certainly, they were making threats about taking my car. So I was going to explain that to him, and he wrote up this long dissertation about how I was mentally ill. I was harassing him. He was in fear for his life, and it amounted to me dressed in black. I guess with him having a badge and a gun, he was afraid, and he knew me. His family knows me. I was invited to this party. I was, asked repeatedly by his father. His mother repeatedly told me to bring my dog, and shortly after they took my dog, made up a bunch of lies. So, I debated whether to make a video, because I am certainly not anti-law enforcement. I certainly didn't want anything to do with the police as a child. I was one of those kids that was told, if you try to be a good kid and stay out of trouble, certainly when you grow up poor, certainly you grow up on welfare. So I didn't have any police involvement until you can see the video on Twitter that I posted of all these guys descending on my home, after my husband was there harassing me, and they did absolutely nothing but make up more lies. And it's been constant arrests, police involvement, and getting people to tell me I'm mentally ill wherever I move. So this has been the 5th move this time now in Albany, on top of the other moves in Amsterdam, and on top of looking repeatedly in Schenectady for housing. So this is the response in upstate New York from a group here that seems to be all the police, because when they show up now, they show up for these people downstairs. They've gotten each apartment, whether it's next door, on the other side, this black lady next door is screaming about how I'm mentally ill. I banged on the floor once or twice, which I've done repeatedly now, to see if this is something mechanical or not. And it turns out it's not, because they'll sit down there, they'll laugh, and they'll stop. And this goes on all night long. I've had no sleep. I've put on about 50 pounds. I don't even know my body. I look at my body, I'm not even the same person. I look at my skin, my hair is being burned off from whatever this device is. There's no heat here, and they use this sort of heat device, amongst other things, smells, pounding. It's to make it so you don't have any sleep. Okay, so if you all want to declare yourself the winner in Amsterdam, because he has this big thing going with my family, with my friends, because certainly at the psych ward, they tell you all your friends and family agree that you made this up. Well, let me tell you something. I didn't have any friends and family. All these people were either my half family or my ex-husband's friends. I was isolated. Mr. Spencer and his family have been friends with my ex-husband for as long as he's been a little boy, and we went to his football parties at his daddy's house. Maybe he forgets. Maybe he forgets the football party as if at his father's house, who is a corrections officer, who they all got together over at the jail with his brother, who's a corrections officer, and made up a bunch of lies over there. So if he wants attention with my cousin Holly, because she keeps lying about her brother, lying about her uncle, lying about her husband, lying about my ex-husband and his friends, we will continue. I certainly don't like to make these videos. I'd like to move on with my life. I'd like to go to the gym. They caused trouble at the gym, Mr. Spencer did. So obviously he has nothing better to do as the new Amsterdam police chief than to make up allegations about me, insinuate I'm mentally ill. Maybe Mr. Spencer needs to learn some self-control, because obviously the problem is his. But this was about a divorce. This was denying me assets in a divorce. This wasn't about a sexual assault. So we will continue. Be safe out there, guys. Looks like we're going to get about 7 inches, but I guess we have to continue to talk. And we can see across the board, this is the pattern when you report domestic violence. This is the pattern, and it is also the pattern when allegations of sexual assault come up. Be safe.